What it do, flight crew? FTC. Flight team, stand up! It's the last day of June! Hey, man, this month went by in 5 seconds. But good news is, college football is out in about 7 days. The takeover in 7 days, man. Y'all make sure y'all tuned into my Twitch, Flight23White. There most likely will probably only be one stream, if that, you know what I'm saying, going on this week. I did mention last week, I will be traveling starting, you know what I'm saying, the top of July. We back at it again with the traveling and everything like that. Also taking it kind of like in the throwback to back to 2016 vibes as well. So if you guys see me like, you know, with reactions and you see like the background either is in green screen or you see a different background, I'm in a hotel, just know your boy is in his traveling phase. Best believe, man, we got the highly productive, so fresh and so clean vlogs incoming for the main channel. With that, man, being said, College Football 26 official gameplay is here. This is the official first look. Now, I know you guys was telling me about the Ultimate Team with the college football, and I ain't gonna lie, they didn't have no video for it, bro, and I'm gonna be 1,000, bro. I'm not gonna be sitting up there reading paragraph after paragraph on the, like, blog page site and stuff like that, because I am not y'all reading teacher, baby. So with that being said, bro, we're just gonna have to see what the new thing is for the Ultimate Team. Unless y'all want to let me know something that's drastically changed. I'm just only seeing it, like, with Ultimate Team, you got to realize, like, yeah, they can change the way maybe they structure the way they go about, like, the menu and shit like that, but it's really the same thing you think about for any game. It's just more like we're making sure, like, the animations is there and, like, etc. and stuff like that. To me, personally, as long as they have the same, you know, road to the playoff championship stuff, you know what I'm saying, I'm cool with it, because you know they came correct with the cards last year. So anyway, man, we got College Football 26, and also from this point on, from when I'm reacting to it, college basketball has officially been announced, and I actually have a few, you know what I'm saying, sources and everything like that we can look at right after we look at this gameplay. Let's check it out. All right, man, tune in.
Yeah, ball game.
It's Ryan Williams.
Oh, no.
We taking it out.
We are inside beautiful Bryant-Denny Stadium. Welcome on into the gameplay first look of College Football 26. Over on that couch, cover athlete of College Football 26, Ryan Williams. And Dre Kirkpatrick Jr., we had to bring in a coach to help us, and no better one to find here than Coach Kalen DeBoer, and equally famous Ordell. What's up, man? College football content creator, and joining me once again, it is the design director, Scott O'Gallagher. Scott, great to be back with you.
We're staying Scott over here, man.
Home game. Coach DeBoer, what is this stadium like at night? The people are rocking in Tuscaloosa. This has got to be one of the best college football atmospheres out there.
It is. It's amazing. It was surreal coming out for the first time a year ago, and can't wait to do it again.
For some of us guys, we really love that revamp passing system.
Which is awesome. It's no different than Coach over here when he goes to recruit, right? He's looking at guys when they layer the football.
Warnox versus Ryan.
Throw catchable football.
Oh, that was a bait. That was a bait.
Wow. All right.
That is not a catchable ball right there.
That was a good bait. He baited me. He did.
All right, so we're going to have Dre playing on defense, and Dre knows a little something about defense.
He does. Let me make sure Coach got me in the game.
Yeah, I think this is also a great
He don't even have his own players starting, bro. That's crazy. Yo, that's crazy as hell, bro.
You guys added to the game on the fly subs. Talk to me a little bit about what that brings the player.
Oh, it's awesome. And now they no longer have to press start. That was the big thing. So you see
Okay. I ain't gonna lie. Now, unfortunately, this is another example we're gonna have to admit. Like, this is another thing, like, the last time we reacted to the college football thing, I think it was about a week ago, they finally added, what was it, like, they're going to actually have, like, daylight saving time, and, like, the time of the day is going to change gradually as you're actually playing the game. They should have had that since day one of the first ever college football release. But, I mean, look, we're going to have to give a lowercase w again because it's about time EA is finally taking these steps. Like, bro, how has this not been in the fucking game before that? You see, with 2K, fuck Ronnie and Mike Wang still. But, I mean, they at least had it to, like, you know when you play, like, any type of game, whether if it's a ranked match or you're playing my team, you can hit down on the D-pad or up on the D-pad, whatever the button is, and you can substitute players while you're actually playing the game and don't have to waste a timeout or waste a pause timeout. You know what I'm saying, to do this. It's about time. I don't understand why this hasn't been, you know what I'm saying, like, in the game. But finally, all right, lowercase w. That's actually a W right there, because if you don't know, especially when you're playing. Like if you're playing like your homies, you know, unlimited pauses. So if if you don't really play online, it doesn't really concern you. But as a literal gradual, you know what I'm saying, consistent online player on a game, bro, like you don't understand how much clutch this is. You literally only get about like 1 or 2 30-second pauses, and that's it. If you lose those pauses for the rest of the game, you cannot make any subs. You know what I'm saying? And
you just
finally,
hit
bro,
up on the D-pad, go down to your position.
They said it's up on the D-pad, by the way, so that's a good thing to note.
Sub him right there, on and off.
When you're subbing guys in and out, it's all on the fly. You only get 3 timeouts per half. So, you know, how much of that is, you know, when you hear about the on-the-fly subs and bringing players in, how realistic is that on a day-to-day atmosphere?
Yeah, I mean, you have to orchestrate and work at it. You know, all.
I mean,
spring
bro,
ball,
like that goes on in real life, like
camp. You know, you have scrimmages that you're trying to simulate best possible, but it's on another level when the bullets are flying at the pace that it is in the game. So
option.
A lot of rehearsal, and everyone's got to be on the same
I ain't gonna
page.
lie, the options still look OP. It looks like a guaranteed 7+ yards at carry off of that still.
Got
Williams?
again.
Oh,
Okay.
finally!
Okay.
They let you catch a tip interception ball now, bro. Like they wasn't I could have sworn they wasn't letting you do that in college football 25. Obviously they've been letting you do that in Madden. This is not talking about Madden, but for college football they wasn't letting you. Like every deflected ball usually wasn't a pick, or you know what I'm saying. Like the other player wouldn't catch it. They usually just drop it.
Like more conservative, coach.
I think.
We're gonna keep you at receiver based on that.
Coach, you're gonna try to Ryan at quarterback anytime this year.
I gotta get it back this time.
I saw him throw a ball the other day, and I took note, and it looked pretty good on the field.
When you're talking to recruits coming in, like there's got to be some level of just wanting to be in this game that is like something that wasn't there 2 years ago, and we're talking about now. Like this is something that you can actually be a part of. The speed option on the 5. Look at
He ain't run the option,
look at
right?
the gap
That's a
integrity.
basic option,
don't
bro.
think
Like
that would-
I'm gonna need all you damn sweats, bro. Day 1 of the game, I'm gonna need y'all to post some damn TikTok clips of the best playbooks, bro. Cause I'm gonna be on that. Yes, sir. We winning all wages. We winning all matches, ranked matches, ultimate team matches, bro. I want to at least. I mean, we won 2 national championships in Ultimate Team, which genuinely is good. We did a way better job than we did, and we didn't even win 1 Super Bowl yet in Madden, bro. And we're actually done playing Madden 25, so I mean, we didn't win any Super Bowls. We're being technical. So we're doing at least 5
Defense.
NCAA championships
Red,
in the
there we
Ultimate
go.
Team.
There we go, Red.
Nah, it's
Look at the kick meter.
Bro.
Even this doesn't look easy. I don't know if I hit
See
this.
He knocked it
Oh, he
out.
made
All
it
right, we'll
still.
take
All
it.
right.
Now this year we've introduced the ability to change your safety adjustment, do safety alignment. You see some coordinators.
Yeah,
in
they can
college that got
stem
that
like the
flat
defense and
alignment
stuff.
look.
That's a good
You
catch.
got some that will say, hey, I'm going to play you 30 yards back so everything's underneath. Or you want to roll them up into the box, you have that ability to do it too. And then you could hit, L3 to get right back out of it and get back to your normal set defense.
I was scared. I should have threw it.
Didn't slide. There's a new tier of abilities in this game with the Heisman tier being added in college football.
Yeah, the Heisman tier. So that was it. You hear the kids talk about, hey, let the kids cook, let them cook. That was it, right? You
I do hear the kids saying that,
You do
yes.
hear the kids saying that, and that was it. Those really like big takeover moments. I look at like,
Yeah, you
good throw.
should
I
do
look
that.
at
That's
like
easy.
Ryan- I look at like Ryan, what he was doing against Georgia last year, and there was just those moments. It was just like, hey, he started to cook. Stadium pulse is rocking. So when you see that, coach, any type of hot route, audible, they're not getting it off.
Still empty. Still 5 out. Every time, huh?
He's going with the corner.
Got him.
Got him.
Got him.
Yeah,
Feet
that's
in
a good
bounds.
ball.
Gotta
Okay.
feed my guys, we gotta be that guy.
I'm gonna be 1,000 with you. Like I'm not seeing. Maybe the game. It might be an example of like it feels different when you play it. But I ain't gonna lie. Looking at it right now, it doesn't look much different from college football 25 in terms of the gameplay. Yeah, there's a few tweaks and everything. Now I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, like you know what I'm saying, bro. We don't got nothing. Like we can be no filter, whatever. We're not signed to EA. You know what I'm saying anymore. So since 2016 era, yeah, or 2015 I think, whatever. But no, all jokes aside, like you can clearly see the difference between Madden 25 and Madden 26. I won't even lie. But with college football 25 to 26, like I said, we're gonna have to see. I've already at this point pre-ordered the game. You guys follow me on Snapchat. You've seen that I pre-ordered the game already, Madden and college football. I got the whole pro bundle, whatever, the most expensive bundle I just got, all right? So with that being said, like, yeah, of course we're gonna play it, but like college football 25 and 26, to me, from what I'm looking at, right, it doesn't look anything different. Maybe they need to prove me wrong. Like,
Yeah, Quavo.
they have a few animations,
nice
a
little
few
game
tweaks
for
that I
him.
see.
Yeah.
Maybe
Now,
a
am I crazy,
few
OG?
cool
Do you have
features
some
that we've heard in
celebrations
different
into the game, new
modes,
to
but
flex on your opponents a little bit.
Absolutely, within the rules of
Celebration.
college
Don't tell
football.
Coach because
No,
I don't know if you want to see
within-
it. He wants you guys to come back to the sideline. You got to keep talking.
Yeah, Ryan came in down to the studio, so we got his
That's
stuff.
why I got to
so we
score.
got,
You got to let me score.
Two-point conversion.
But absolutely, the same. We got 20. We kept some of the ones that they really loved, right? The salute, the stuff like that. So the gritty returns, because you know the kids got to do that.
That's
and
a
then we
shit
from
throw.
picks.
Oh no, not like
Pick
this.
6.
Don't put 2 on the board the other way.
Or pit 2.
Bordeaux, they invited you into their house. You're gonna put 2 on the board the other way.
I am going to. I'm celebrating too.
Nah,
Dre
bro,
wants
that's
to use her pick
savage,
more than
bro.
anybody right now.
I did see Dre. I did see. Oh, maybe.
Ooh.
Some of these throwing
Ooh,
motions, some of
that's a
these
dot.
little animations that maybe you wouldn't notice, but when you compare side by side 25 to 26, you guys put a lot of work into these.
All right, bro. Here's another thing I just gotta keep 1,000 about, bro. Like, see, this is a marketer for EA. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know my shit. Like, his job is he's supposed to do that, but I'm gonna make sure like everybody's not fooled. Guys, this catch animation has been in every football game since 2000. It's since the early 2000s.
Didn't notice, but when you compare,
And no, we're not about to talk about no Jermaine O'Neal this video, bro. I'm just talking about, bro, this animation diving catch in every real, even if you're a casual gamer, you will notice.
side by side 25 to 26.
Nigga, what you mean side by side, bro? He trying to get some sales. There ain't no difference in that animation, bro. That's the same thing. But hey, like I said, I still think, and I've already said college football 25 was a very fun game. Now, here's the actual real thing about everything. Now, genuinely speaking, does everybody think college football 25 was at least an 8? You know what I'm saying? Comment that down right now. Yes or no? All right? So whatever your rating is, I honestly feel like, genuinely speaking, everybody thought college football 25 was a pretty, success. You know what I'm saying? New game drop, whatever. I believe so. I fucked with college football 25 over Madden 25 personally. With that being said, do you think that they even tweak anything about the gameplay? Because if it's at least a decent game, you know what I'm saying, maybe they should focus on adding more little things to the game, or do you actually just want to see a full different revamped game from the previous year of college football? Because it's just like, it'll come down to a point where it's just like, damn, so if they want to make change, what are they going to take away, or what are they going to make animation? What animation going to add, this and that? And then people are going to start complaining. Possibly. So that's also a thing you got to keep in mind too. Because I thought personally college football 25 gameplay was solid. I like the arcadey type of feel. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't give a minimally under a 7. It should be a 7 or an 8 out of 10. So, like, I don't think they really need to make too many gameplay tweaks. But let's not sit up here in front like there's something new that we just seen right there in front of our eyes. Like, look at my man Scott O'Gallagher, bro. He trying to, like, come on.
You guys put a lot of work into these animations.
I love that you noticed that. And I think when you talked about the quarterback position, it's the iconic position in sports. You know, we called it quarterback revamp. And so everything from an over-the-top.
I will say, for the agile QBs in this game, I do fuck with the animations where you're able to, like, juke and everything like that. And, you know what I'm saying, in the backfield, you can control the jukes. That's fire.
To three-quarter,
That's fire.
to low three-quarter. It was pivotal that we made these look better. It had to look beautiful. It is the iconic position. So that also takes in context, right? So that's throwing on the run, throwing
Ooh.
screen passion. So that also takes in context, right?
You just did a no-look throw?
So that's throwing on the run, throwing screen passes, throwing under duress. Really, so these are...
They need to put that damn Mahomes a pat out of bounds throw that they took out of Madden, that they literally flexed in the trailer of a Madden 24, bro. Or Madden 23, one of those games, wherever Mahomes was on the cover of. Why did they take that out the game, bro? I didn't even get a chance to use it once. I heard, motherfucking, it was in the beta for that year of Madden came out, and then they took it out the game. Like,
full animation coverage for every single throwing arm slot that you have.
Here's the other thing that I love. This is what I love seeing is that Coach is on the same couch as Bordeaux, but he knows Bordeaux's playing Tennessee, so he's giving him no
bro,
advice.
just keep making Charlotte, bro.
That's great.
Damn, that was personal. Look at this shit, yo.
Here's the other thing that I
Minus 45 chemistry locker
love.
room.
This is what I love seeing is that is that Coach is on the same couch as Bordeaux, but he knows Bordeaux's playing as Tennessee, so he's giving him no advice whatsoever. Just keeping it.
I'm going right past it over there.
I'll hit the drag.
Fake.
Nope.
Lobbed it.
No, he tapped it.
Threw the ball the first time.
No.
No, I don't look at what Coach does.
Yo, so that means that little delayed latency is still there because Ryan just exposed it, and I don't think you guys even heard that. You know when you sometimes try to throw the ball ahead of time, but it doesn't register the button? I've had that problem a few times, and it caused broken controllers.
Oh, look at this.
By the way, 0 broken controllers all college football 26, bro. You know what I'm saying? Maturity, bro. We turning 30 August 7th in this bit, so, hey, we're going to, you know, making some change, bro.
Not seeing anything right now.
No holes in the wall, no broken doors.
Talk a little bit about how quarterback
Just quality entertainment, quality, you know what I'm saying, wholesome gameplay, man.
height impacts your gameplay.
More than it's ever. So everybody kept talking about, one, the games that were played up front, right, which we didn't have, which is stunts and twists. And it was getting the guy,
hit the
what they would
lineman's
call, or
back.
some would call, you know, getting him off his launching point. And then depending on size, how they collapse the pocket, we've never had that before. So now, if you got a 5'10" quarterback and a 6'6", you know, guard, right, you got to throw in throwing lanes or work to throw those. And so now, if you're trying to throw
that was a good
5-yard,
catch.
you know, drag over the middle, and you're in sight line, now that's going to hit your accuracy.
Damn, that's a dive.
Burned
That's
him.
a
He
dive.
got him the touchdown. Come on, Ryan. What button to do?
Oh,
I didn't know which button to press.
One of the changes I do love that you guys made this year was how cornerbacks play wide receivers, the need for you to get your eyes around to a football to make a pick. No more are you able to just make the Willie Mays catch over the shoulder. You got to go find the quarterback.
That's right. So we coined it no eyes, no picks.
No
That was
eyes,
it.
no
Especially
pick.
like if you're throwing a 9 route or that go route, you get the hips turned of a DB. You want to be able to throw that shot now. Where before, it's like unless he had a significant speed.
I ain't gonna lie. See, this is a lowercase W. I actually like that. That's realistic. That's actually huge right there. So this is gonna leave a lot more room to be making like tighter tighter throws, and you know what I'm saying, like a lot more like.
hips turned of a DB. You want
That's
to
what should happen, bro. The DB should not be looking behind him. You know what I'm saying, and just be able to just the ball's right there. Head is like they have a sensor
that
radar.
shot now.
Players like FlightReacts can do that. That's generational talent, but you know the average DB is not doing that. Like
Where
let's be
before,
real.
It's like unless he had a significant speed advantage, you wouldn't want to throw that ball. And then to your point, that's why we coined the Willie Mays picks.
Oh, I like
so we
that.
wanted to make those seam shots, those hole shots. that
Willie
you can now
Mays
throw
picks.
back shoulders.
That's a nice.
be
I actually
difficult
like
for the
that.
defense
Okay,
to handle.
I like that. All right, chemistry back
Bordeaux
plus
made no
45
protection
again.
Call, then slide it. You can
That's
change
funny
that
as
now on
hell.
the right stick. Flick right for a half slide right, or double tap for a full slide.
No! Come on, get back to it.
Oh, that's 6.
We're over here trying to talk protections, and you're throwing 80-yard bombs out. Coach, thanks for hanging out with us and watching these guys hopefully pull out a win. 232. Guys, you're on your own now. Okay, Coach isn't here for any motivation anymore. This is on you guys. And so Ryan is keeping the
D-Law.
sticks right now on defense. Dre, what, you don't want to play
Nah,
defense
we doing
anymore?
every two. It's a team.
Okay, you're doing
it's a
every two.
team
Okay, just
effort.
making sure.
It's a team
Just making sure.
All right.
4-man.
Yeah, he's going to stay in it, play coverage. He may get one right there.
Oh, my Lord. Hit as he
Bordeaux. Way to
throws.
respond.
Damn.
Hit as
Bro, he hit sticked him as soon as he
like.
like flew back off the pick. Bro, a nigga would have dropped that or broke his back in real life. Pause.
To Doak
Give me that.
Campbell Stadium.
We go.
Hey, it do seem like it's harder to throw the ball, or maybe they're not the best at throwing. Hey, bro, we've seen at least 4 or 5 picks. And this is that's about a
Oh, we're going the other way.
Can't make an excuse for that one.
Going the other way.
Let's go, Frank.
Open up the Baker.
How did he not get in there?
You gotta let me finish.
No, you know you want to
Yo.
throw for another touchdown, right?
And he's
Alabama
back
coach,
fast.
I know he's literally shaking in his boots. His
And he got
chemistry.
My guy.
Now,
You know it's coming.
salute him. Game 1 is in the books. We turn the tables a little bit. We send the Bama boys on the road to
Okay.
Doak Campbell Stadium to take on Florida State. Do you guys at
Damn,
all-
now the only thing that's going to mess me up a little bit, because you guys know a lot of these players from last college football went to college. I'm going to need y'all niggas to help me out. What are the at least top, I need to know, especially for wager purposes, what are going to be the top 3, top 5 best teams to use, like online? Because, you know, Milroe, he ain't in Alabama no more. You know, there's a lot of players that went off to college and stuff. I mean, went off to NFL.
Curious,
So
as athletes, as college football competitors, do you guys look?
there's gonna
forward to
always
growing
be
up?
that one team that has a cheesy running back that doing these glitchy spin moves that doesn't do that IRL. There's gonna be a lot like
on the road a little bit and playing.
there's gonna
in
be a
those
team.
games and
We need
have
to
the
be
chance
on
play
that
some of
first
those
day.
crowds.
Definitely. I mean,
Because
like,
first
just,
day last year, I was focused on the ultimate team and stuff. First day, so you know, we want to take all the W's, man. We going undefeated this year.
last
man.
season,
No
I
bullying.
remember like the Georgia
No
game was
bullshit.
amazing. All of our home games was amazing, but you know, just having that feeling going on the road and you know, just watching the stands clear out of the opposing team, it's a different feeling. It's something that you can't even put into words. So I mean, that's definitely something that we look forward to.
I love this. We get a little contrast. We had the night game at Bama. Now we got a little 3:30 in the afternoon game here in Tallahassee, Florida. And it runs a jet sweep and gets immediately blown up in the backfield. We touched on it a little bit, but the improvements defensively, especially when it comes to gap integrity, defending plays like jet sweeps were kind of a pain point. They were hard to stop last year. Is that something that players are going to notice a difference in this year?
Absolutely. We've done a lot there. All new coaching adjustments, but our run fits, again, we brought in a lot, put in a ton of time and effort into that and coverage in particular. And so things that should be stopped are stopped, you know, authentically.
Damn, and they throw
Coverage
shade.
in particular. And so things that should be stopped are stopped, you know.
Nah, they just don't. Man, they throwing shade at Flight, man. I really almost didn't even notice that. Look at this, bro. Because why would the hell they run this exact play, bro? They know this is my main go-to play. This and the Wildcat. Bro, yo, EA, man, we could have talked about this. See, you could have invited me to community day, bro. This would have been nice to play with the Alabama players, bro. You feel me? Like, come on, man. You don't just sit up here and really throw shade like these, man. Look.
All new coaching adjustments, but our run fits, again, we brought in a lot, put in a ton of time and effort into that and coverage in particular. And so things that should be stopped are stopped, you know, authentically.
Yeah, bro, that was some shade, bro. They knew that's my type of play, man. You do your research. I ain't
The
lying.
substitutions, I mean, you're talking about new ways you can bring people into the game. The on-the-fly subs, no longer having to hit pause to bring players in.
Yeah, exactly. Just press up on the D-pad now. And again, you introduce a physics-based damage system like wear and tear. You got to be able to have it to where, you know, you can just get in and out of the, you know, you combine that with all the new plays that we got,
2,800
new plays, 45 new formations, you know, contextual throws on the run, throwing screen passes. It just makes these plays feel and flow that much smoother. You know, these venues, especially when you look at the decimal levels, they increase. And we got Mo Bamba, and the crowd sings with it now this year.
We got third and short.
There's a
quick
perfect
throw.
example. Get the ball out high.
Ooh, that's Jam Miller.
Put him on TikTok.
Jam Miller didn't he didn't declare for the NFL?
On Instagram. He put him on YouTube Shorts. We're not looking at
Jam
that.
Miller's like a Walmart Saquon Barkley.
Camera.
There it is.
I think it's a fair comparison,
How
right?
did you feel?
Bam.
Hey, get on them toes.
You gotta wrap up.
Yeah. Hey.
All right, now, Bordeaux, here's what I want to see. Can you go into the coach adjustments? Because we got some new coach adjustments, especially defensively this year. If you scroll down there, you've got different ways to play the option. You got different ways to play the RPO. And then what I love is down at the very bottom, different ways to line up your safety. So if you're getting run on, you can bring those safeties down into the box.
I love it. This is one of my favorite features in the game. This is a real life, but you have like the flat alignment that I know Venables was really keen on back in his Clemson days. Run some of it in Oklahoma. You can bring your safeties up in the box now. You can set them 30 yards back, and you can move them to the field. You can move them to the boundary.
I like
you can
that.
Move them wide. You can keep them tight. And then
See,
when you
all
go-
this gonna eliminate them BS Hail Mary plays niggas was doing on me, bro. Like, that should have never happened. Like, how am I in a prevent defense and I put everybody in literally commit to the pass and they still able to throw the ball up or still able to throw a long post route, bro? All that stuff is stopped, bro.
coach adjustments, all you got to do
This
is
probably might be my most winningest like football game I've ever played in my life, low key. Because it's like they're eliminating all the stuff that people take advantage when they play against me. Because I just don't know how to stop because the game is just like, you know,
L3 and
with
you go back to
exploits.
your
I've
default
always
set.
said the only way people usually beat me is they just know a few more exploits to me. That's all it usually comes down to.
That's a great ball. That's a
They
great
only
ball.
need 1 foot in the end zone too
That
in
is
college.
the great ball. Using the
That's a good throw.
revamp passing, the most robust passing system we have, layering the ball.
I ain't gonna lie, personally for me, I like taking that little meter off, bro. I don't like seeing that playing football. Like I don't know if I'm the only one that feels that way, but it looks cringe to me. Like, why do we have a meter over the person's head while we're, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Being able to change where you want to put it, throw it around leverage on your left stick.
I'm trying to remember what feature was that to turn it off, though. I want that turned off day one. And once I remember when I did that last year, it was just like I didn't have to worry about it the other days.
And then you look at the wear and tear too, right in here on the on-the-flies. You can see which body part is hurt, how bad the body part is hurt, and you can sub guys in and out, and then simply press X or square, and you can bring back your starters right where you want. And there's a bunch of filters too, sub by your D line, offensive line, skill positions. It's a pretty robust system.
Oh my! The red pass picked off underneath. Now, how do we talk about stunts and twists? That's a big part of this game. We got Bordeaux on defense. So how would somebody use some of these stunts and twists?
So for stunts and twists, you can take any play, and then you just hold down that play call. That's it. So if it's 2-man under, say it's square, you just hold it, you'll get a drop-down menu, and you can pick from maybe like the 12 or whatever is applicable to that front, right? Not all of them have that basically full coverage in that way, because you're going to maybe have more
any
with
play, I'm
four.
going to be able to add some stunts and twists and change how my D-line creates pressure.
Absolutely.
I actually like that. Yo, a lowercase W. Yo, EA, I ain't gonna lie. 3 lowercase W's in the vid. Hey, like, this is actually fire. Which, in this case, it can go really honestly, like, good and bad, all right? So for people, this is actually going to be the year you literally cannot rely on asking, you know what I'm saying, asking Madden or asking the, just I usually be doing it, I ain't going to lie. Because that's why, if you notice, most of my gameplays, like, maybe 3 months after both the football games came out, I started doing a thing called, like, favorite in the play. Like I just favorited like all my favorite offensive and defensive plays. So it's really not asking for the recommendation play or asking Madden or whatever. And it's more of just like plays that I'm already used to. That's why I'm so happy that I practice doing that for this reason, bro. Like, so literally if you sit up there and let's say ask the recommendation to just give you a play that they think they can stop your opponent, now you're going to have to keep in mind every single play has about 5 or 7 stunt and twist to it. You know what I'm saying? That you're going to have to apply. You can't just sit up there and guess, oh, it's going to be either X square or triangle that I can just use. You know what I'm saying? Let me get bailed out on this little 2nd down and 9 type shit. You know what I'm saying? You're going to put yourself more of a higher risk to give up more
you don't
yards.
feel comfortable there, or you want to call it in pre-play, it's in the pre-play menu as well.
They
which
kind
is
of
awesome.
cooking, I ain't going to
We
lie.
talked to many different coordinators, defensive coordinators around the country, and they kept talking about how do we move the quarterback off of his launch point. A lot of them can stay in that 2-high, 3-high shell, but play different games up front. They didn't play enough games up front there because that is 6.
Yo, Ryan Williams is FTC, bro. Yo, W's. Nah, that's funny. He just did the FTC emote. You seen it? That's funny as hell.
3-high shell, but play different games up front. They didn't play enough games up front there because that is 6.
Nick, how we feeling?
Yo,
Yeah, that's how I'm pointing out.
this is awesome, bro.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Ball game. That's what I'm saying.
You
Oh,
saying hi to
he got motion capped in the game.
saying hi to in the crowd. Hey,
My
how you
mama,
doing?
my mama right there. Oh, shoot. I did not mean to hit that button. Give me that.
What? Hey, I don't know how y'all feel about this. It's about time.
Oh, shoot. I did not mean to hit that
Bro,
button.
why do I feel like from both of these football games, especially in Madden, bro, I haven't seen an actual taught fade route since like Madden 20. Wow, fade routes actually work now, bro. Bro, because you can have like a 6'5" receiver like Moss or Calvin Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Going up against like someone that's like 5 foot, you know what I'm saying, 8. And a 5'8" DB will still be able to bat the ball down or highly contest it in the end zone. Bro, and that wasn't even really a right fade route. That was just something that, look, just he threw it up.
Give me that.
Bro.
Head top. I'll take it.
Damn. Bordox with the head top.
I gotta think, like, you gotta love getting a pick, but every once in a while going up and batting that ball
Head
away
tap.
when you know you can't get, that's gotta feel great. Just you just want picks all the time.
Pause just in
Are you
case.
holding the Y button?
They say, I ain't want the ball. I wanted him.
Yeah. Hit the player.
So I'd rather hit the player.
Which talks about some of those new animations we have for mid-air tackles. You talk about some of those catch point animation, some of those hit sticks through the
Absolutely,
catch.
adding more coverage there, more control. Control is
Damn!
everything that we do. Then when it comes to hit
I like
sticks,
that.
wear and tear, now there's damage to the defensive player when he misses a hit stick or gets blown up.
I think Bordeaux's awareness level is low, his composure is low if he's still thinking about that.
Stadium pulse is all the way up.
But he's taking the shot.
I think he's got him. No eyes, no picks. We got this. That's a catch.
He got it. I love that. Look at this.
Oh, ankles.
Oh no.
Let's go, Drake. We taking it out. We taking it out. We taking it out. We taking it out. I need my yard. I need my yard.
And
What the
Daniel
f-
Orlovsky through the end zone.
No. No.
It was
No.
on the 1 yard line. He's
Ryan, bro, what the hell?
On the team.
Bro, that's that NPC activity right there, bro. What are you doing, dog?
Seeing the reception.
I ain't
for the
never
team
did
after
that.
Last year, what was that like for you and for the team in general?
Incredible. Heartwarming. The guys just worked incredibly hard. And you come out, and it's just the challenge is there.
Got
Right?
Ryan's
There's
teammate praying that he
134
makes
teams
it, man.
At that time, right?
the
all
end
different
zone.
stadiums
You need
across
one,
the
Ryan.
country, and every team was delivered as someone.
Oh! Oh! Nah, Bordox is savage. Bordox is savage for that, bro. Hey, I can't wait for this game to drop, bro.
Back to his control, putting the control of both the offense and the defense. And
Hey, we taking over the rest of summer, bro, with college football live streams and, bro, and the IRL and the highly productive travel vlogs, bro, and music, bro. No
on the
BS.
virtual gridiron there. That I love that. That is one of the new animations. That's one that the ball would kind of
Slick, this might carry the rest of July. Hey, and I know this has nothing to do with college football, bro, because I think EA makes the game too, bro. Skate 3, Pro Skater 3, and 4 drop too. Hey, let me know if you want to see a story mode on that or a story mode walkthrough on that. I told y'all, bro, big fan of the Tony Hawk series and stuff. And everything. So let's see how that game is. It's supposed to drop
Yes,
in July
all
too.
those.
July 11th or
Exactly,
something.
it would have hit right there, but now those things can be picked, and a lot of times they'll just eat it.
I don't know if they have a story mode or an online mode.
Oh, come on.
What are we doing?
Because I only played American Wasteland, Tony Hawk's Underground 2, and like the original Underground series. That was like the first and second one, I think, or something, or something like that.
What are we doing? Why are we pressing?
And then Tony Hawk's Project Skater or whatever that was too. That was my last one I played. That was like damn near what, 7th going into 8th grade.
No shot. He caught that.
He caught
What
that.
are we doing? Why are we pressing? No shot. He caught that.
Damn. Yeah, I get a replay on those.
He's in field goal range.
Nah.
The diving catch.
What just happened?
Damn.
Here we go.
Oh, you can't take a sack here.
Up the seam. Oh no! Put the
Damn.
champagne. Put it away. The confetti cannons away. No. Gentlemen, some final thoughts. We got two guys here who get to experience this every Saturday. Ryan, does it encapture what that atmosphere of college football is like being out there on Saturdays?
Ain't no doubt. You know, it's super explosive, a bunch of fun. Like every single play, you know something big is gonna happen, whether it's for your squad, the other squad, and that's what college football is all about.
And this has been
Hey,
your
man.
first look at gameplay here in College Football 26. We can't wait for you to get your hands on it. Worldwide launch is July 10th. Pre-order the MVP bundle, which has both College Football 26 and Madden NFL 26 available.
I will say, bro, I'm actually fairly impressed. Now, let's be honest, the gameplay in a way does look very similar to College Football 25, but the game can look and then feel different at the same time. So we truly gonna have to see what it feels like when we get our hands on it and everything. But with that being said, they have a few features, new features, such as the substitutions you can do during the game and stuff. You know what I'm saying? The new plays and animations. It looks like they've nerfed certain cheese plays. They try to throw shade at me about that. So there's a lot of potential in this game, man. All right, man. Let's look at the college basketball stuff, man. So Eric Mayweather actually talked about it, so we'll be checking that out. In a second. But I had bookmarked on Twitter. Look at this, guys. EA Sports is officially bringing back college basketball, bro. How do y'all feel about this, bro? It is about time. This is a good step in the right direction, but here is the twist, and here is the catch, as always with EA. It will not be launching until 2028. Holy moly. Now, here's my thing. Now, I'd rather them not rush, because they ain't had this since literally Live 10, the college basketball Live 10 there. They dropped NBA Live 10 and also college basketball 10, which also leads me to strongly believe that NBA Live is dead ass going to be making a return. You know what I'm saying? Between now and 2028. It only makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because if they make college football and they have a Madden, you know what I'm saying? We got to put 2 and 2 together. You know what I'm saying? Yo, EA. look, if you want to rekindle stuff, bro, if you want to have somebody that's going to give the top tier criticism, everybody right now, send this to EA, tag me in EA. Yo, EA, let's work out something. Now, I'm still not going to have no filter. I'm still going to be transparent with everything. But, bro, you know what I'm saying? You already know, real FTC OG supporters know the history I got with NBA Live, man. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, let's be honest. I'm just be 1,000. Like, college basketball is really like an NBA Live reskin. You know what I'm saying? So technically, this is kind of NBA Live, whether they're gonna be dropping another NBA Live or not. Yo, EA, let's rekindle something. I'm gonna have 0% filter. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be transparent. But I can literally be the leader of all this NBA college basketball, you know what I'm saying, coming back, you know what I'm saying, give the best constructive criticism, take, you know what I'm saying, different ideas and constructive criticism throughout the community. We can all combine and everything like that, you know what I'm saying, because, bro, you do not want to release this game and it be half-assed, especially with y'all dropping it in 2028. I won't lie, y'all are smart with doing that because you know GTA 6 is dropping next year. You know what I'm saying? Once GTA 6 drops, I feel like a lot of the games is just going to plummet for like a year at least solid. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, low-key, gaming might be making a huge 3-0 comeback, guys. I'm going to call it by 2020 because you already know. Look, this is dropping when the PlayStation 6 and the Xbox 6 drops. You know what I'm saying? Because it drops in 2027, the Xbox 6 and the PS6. And everything. So they have a full other year with the new game systems that will be dropping, you know what I'm saying, and during this time. Bro, look, this is not y'all chance to rush out any product. I actually genuinely think, and bro, everybody without a doubt should have high expectations. 2 years you're going to keep us waiting for this? Hey, man. About time. Now, EA, y'all got to start remastering the NBA streets and the NFL streets, bro. And y'all be actually cooking for real. If y'all want to make a generational bag and really be up, y'all need to remaster NBA Street and NFL Streets. You know what I'm saying? And bring back NBA Live, bro.
We just got some of the best
Come on,
news.
man. All right, so we're going to the man Eric Mayweather, who you guys know is partnering with EA, so he's going to have the inside scoop about everything. Hey, he might spill out some potential, you know what I'm saying, like info about this a lot more than what we've seen on the internet so far. So let's check it out.
We just got some of the best news in sports video game history. College basketball games are officially returning. This news came out of...
Yo, you know what's actually crazy? I'm going to be 1,000. I ain't really was like on the college basketball games. Now, if you remember, they actually had a 2K college basketball game. Multiple series of them, 2K7 through like 2K10, I believe, or 9. I don't remember when the last stopped. And they had an EA version. Comment down below which one was the best out of all of them. But all in all, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really played a college basketball series, but I played it at least 4 to 5 times throughout my life. And to just know, it's really, to be honest with you, just 2K reskins and NBA Live reskins and everything like that. Because, you know, they don't have the... I didn't really was kind of really too... interested in it for a given reason because like they didn't have like the face scans like that, you know what I'm saying. Now, for granted, the mainstream players, because I remember like I think if I'm not mistaken, Kevin Durant, who was on the cover of like college basketball 07 March Madness or whatever it was called, his face scan kind of was there, but it also kind of was, you know what I'm saying, not all the way. So I really never like was kind of like interested in the college series, but I kind of get it and everything. So this is their chance, man. They need to make something like big with this one. No BS.
Nowhere. No one was truly expecting it, at least not right now.
Facts.
I mean, we're in the middle of college football 26 season. We've got tons of news dropping. We've got gameplay videos that I got to get out later today. I've been grinding other videos for you guys that's coming out later this week. And then in the middle of all that, EA says, hey, guess what? College basketball games are coming back. What is going on? Now, I know that I mainly just cover football games on this channel, but for a game this big and for how passionate I know a lot of my watchers are for college sports, we're going to have to cover this game going forward. So, you know, if you're not a basketball fan, maybe just ignore these videos, but we're going to have to follow the development of the first college basketball game in over 15 years.
Bro, that's crazy, bro. 15 years. What was I doing 15 years? Bro, literally in high school, bro. That's crazy.
All these college games initially went away was because EA got sued over their college basketball game back in the college games initially of the first college basketball game in over 15 years. The reason all these college games initially went away was because EA got sued over their college basketball game back in like 2009. So to see this...
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't even know that. I thought they just got lazy and stopped. Now I know that's a fact with NBA Live, but I didn't know they got sued for this. And now they can't, they still can, but you know, it's least likely to happen now with the NIL. They'll be stupid, like, you know what I'm saying, college, like the NCAA to even do that because you can just make a bag, you know what I'm saying, like,
now finally come full circle, and this is now going to be coming back in a few years. It's an amazing story. This is what EA Sports tweeted this morning. They said, bring the madness, let's run it back. College basketball is in the game. And everybody's freaking out because while the college football game did really, really good last year, in fact, it was the best-selling sports game of all time, no one was truly sure if they were going to dive into a basketball game just because college basketball is not nearly as popular as college football. But seeing how good the football game did, it's almost a guarantee that the basketball game will do pretty good as well.
Hell
Maybe
yeah.
not as good.
Bro, look, this is the basic that they got to do to wipe. Bro, they can literally wipe away the existence of 2K if they do. Bro, give us a decent micro mode. You don't got to go crazy with the cutscenes because you know how long that takes and then who they got to hire and all that stuff. A decent micro mode, bro. You know what I'm saying? Give us an online park mode. We do not want the city. We don't want a university. You hear me, EA? We don't want a city and we don't want a university. If you even think about those ideas, throw them and keep them in the drafts. Please. All right? Give us a basic. Just copy and paste what you've seen from 2K19, 2K20, NBA 2K16 parts. You know what I'm saying? Give it a basic part. You can really, if anything, don't make it to where it's like they're actually in a university, but you can call it maybe the university. That would actually be something creative. So you don't just, you know what I'm saying, makes it like you're copy and pasting from 2K. Just be like the university, and it's just a wide open like park theme thing. Give us like a stage where you can, you know what I'm saying, like an ante-up or a stage where you have VC or microtransactions and stuff that you're able to, you know what I'm saying, wager and stuff for. Give us a decent ultimate team. Yo, EA, yo, do y'all really want that money? Because you will have every penny. You will have every penny from me if you make a fire ultimate team mode for college. Bro, can you imagine 19-something, 80-something, or 1978 UNC Michael Jordan? Bro, can you imagine 1910 wherever college Wilt Chamberlain went to, bro? Like, can you imagine 19-something 91 Georgetown Allen Iverson? Can you imagine 2007-ish, 2006 Steph Chef? Look at Wardell Curry, man. Davidson card. Or if you're even able to do even high school, LeBron James St. Vincent St. Mary card, bro. Yo, bro, I would literally like an addict be on that mode every day, dog. Yo, EA, I know you're open. I know your eyes are all and ears are all wide open listening right now. You have every penny from me. You implement that exact stuff into the game mode, bro. All right? Now, look out for, like, the dynasty type of players, too. Now, I'm not going to even lie to you, bro. Like, I'm not even a dynasty type, but if y'all actually make a deep dive college basketball, you know what I'm saying, dynasty mode, I might just have to tap into it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you literally just got the free ideas that if you take them, I need 10% of everything. Thank you very much. Bro, all jokes aside, bro, you will literally wipe 2K's existence out the waters, bro. Because we already know by that time, I'm going to hope you guys have the best engine that you could possibly have by 2028. We probably might be seeing flying cars by that time period. With that being said, that's going to be a whole nother generation system. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have a way bigger budget. You're going to have a way optimized engine that you guys can use. You know what I'm saying, bro? You cannot flop this game, bro. You can't.
But it's still going to do good. And so it was rumored a few months ago that both EA and 2K internally were talking about potentially bringing a college basketball game back, but that's really all we had heard. There was nothing too concrete on the situation yet until this morning. Now, I'm really looking forward to this because this is kind of the first time we're going to get true competition between major sports games in many, many years.
Hey,
as you know,
and the cool part about all this, once this dropped, 2K's going to unfortunately get back on their stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to actually make a really good 2K. So if we don't get any decent 2K within the next 2 years, by the time this game drops, best believe that's probably going to be the best generational 2K we ever get. I guarantee you, watch when this game drops, we're going to actually get an NBA 2K trailer during the NBA Finals. Because they didn't, you know, don't they drop a trailer? We haven't got one 2K trailer at all, bro. They usually drop them during the NBA Finals. Bro, we going to be having a 2K trailer by May. You know what I'm saying? They're going to bring back demos to the game. You know what I'm saying? They probably might, if you remember like the NBA 2K10 draft combine, where you were able to take your My Career player if you like pre-ordered the game and like go through like I believe it was like half of like the actual My Career. They had a whole draft combine, different half section of the game that if you didn't actually buy that part of the game, you actually didn't even get to play it. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I guarantee you, bro, demos are actually going to be making a return for 2K, man.
It comes to football, it's just EA. They've got Madden and now college football. There's no other company that makes either. With baseball, it's just MLB The Show. And with basketball, for many years, it's just been NBA 2K. This is really going to be the first time that any of the major American sports have two different companies making a game. We'll have 2K making NBA, and we'll have EA making college, which is going to be interesting because we just haven't had that in the sports gaming landscape in quite some time. And both sides are clamoring for it. We would all like multiple companies to make games of the same sport because at the end of the day, that typically is going to give us a better product. So not only is this going to be good for just basketball fans in general, for college fans, but it could be really good for just 2K fans in general because having another basketball game on the market that's going to be getting popularity could push them to do more things in their game. So I think that's great.
That.
And another thing that's interesting is that this is going to be the first college basketball game that's going to have a lot of things for the first time. Because if you remember back in the day, the last time we had college basketball games or just basketball games in general around that time, they still hadn't fully hit their stride like they did throughout the 2010s. Like NCAA basketball 2010 didn't have an online dynasty. College basketball games never had an online dynasty. I don't even think you could create teams in that game. I'm also pretty sure there wasn't a career mode because career modes in basketball games came a bit later than the football games because NBA 2K10 was the first time that they started of my career, which was the same year of NCAA basketball 2010, and they didn't have that in the game. So when this college basketball game comes back, it'll be the first one to have online dynasties, a real career mode, like a Road to Glory basketball version and things like that, which will be really, really fun. And another tidbit I did want to throw in there because we had heard that EA was working on this months ago, that they want to bring more open world stuff to their sports games, and they specifically mentioned their soccer game, they mentioned American football. I would think that they're going to also implement this into any college basketball game they're playing, just because that's kind of become a staple in NBA 2K. So if you're bringing back in a way a competing basketball game, even though it's college, I think you're going to probably add that as well, because by 2028, we should have this in games like Madden and college football. They're going to, be putting it there for the career mode type stuff. I do think this could be cool for college and college football because you can have a campus, and the same would be true for a college basketball game. So I do think that's something we can probably also expect to be a part of this because we already know it's something that they're heavily invested in and working on. Now we're going to continue on with some other important info that we got about this game today, but really quickly I want to shout out today's video sponsor, Underdog. If you like sports and you like winning money, then you've got to be on Underdog playing. Just back, we got to talk about Matt Brown. If you were around here for the College Football 25 news cycle, then you know who Matt Brown is. He was getting a ton of info over the years leading up to the release of that game, and he brought us a lot of good info along the way that kind of held us over until the game dropped. Well, it looks like he's going to be back in a big way for college basketball because he's already given us a little bit of info on it. He had said a while back that he heard that they were potentially looking into something, but I mean, again, a lot of people heard that. We didn't really know, how true that was. Well, this morning he did mention a few things about this game once the announcement broke. One of those things was that it will not be called NCAA basketball, which I think we kind of expect that. He said the working title is EA Sports College Basketball, which I would pretty much already say, yes, that's going to be the title. They're going to just do the same thing they did with football. Why rock the boat? Keep the branding similar. And it says the NCAA will participate as a licensing partner, but will not be in the title of the game. So that'll be pretty interesting there. NCAA will still have involvement with the game. Another thing that he broke was that the game is going to include women's basketball programs. So this would be a standalone title with both men and women's college basketball teams and players, which does make sense because if you remember, the last time NBA Live was around was Live 18 and 19. They were the first game to include WNBA teams inside their men's basketball game. And then since then, 2K has followed suit and they include the WNBA inside of NBA 2K as well. So this kind of makes sense. EA was the first to do something like that. So why wouldn't they do it with college basketball? And honestly, nowadays, women's college basketball is really popular. I'm not going to necessarily say it's more popular than the men's. I think, when they had Caitlin Clark, you maybe could have made that argument because they were getting a lot of viewers. But women's college basketball has grown in popularity quite a bit. So it makes sense to include them in the game. And when you also factor in that unlike college football, basketball teams have much, much smaller rosters, so it doesn't really make sense for them not to include the women because the number of players total, is still something they can work with. Now, it's also been said that this game is not expected to be out until 2028, which again makes sense. That's about the working time that they had to get college football out. It took them about 3.5 years, and remember, they had a jumping off point with the Madden game. I don't really think they have a jumping off point with this unless they can still kind of piggyback maybe a little bit off of what they did with NBA Live 19, but that's so many years ago, I feel like you would maybe want to start completely fresh. Maybe they don't have to go all the way down to ground zero, but it's definitely going to be less of a jumping off point than they had with Madden, for example. So maybe they've already been working on it for just a little bit. Maybe they started a few months ago, but 2028 is when we can expect this. So we know from dealing with college football the first time around, these things take time. They can't just pop this game out in a year or two, especially if you want it done right. And we saw that, that wound up paying off for College Football 25. We got a pretty good game, but even with all the time they had to work on it, there were still a number of things that weren't there that we still wanted. There were still a number of things that didn't work perfectly. So it's just when you're trying to make a sports game and add a lot of depth and add all that atmosphere and stuff from college, all the little things, it does take a lot of time because there's so many different programs. So we know that it's going to take time, but we're excited now to have this back. As soon as we get any more news on this, I'm going to make videos on it, but we got to get back into the college football season because for the rest of this week, there's a ton of exclusive videos I got dropping.
All right, man. Yeah, man. Let me know if there's any more college basketball news. We will be covering that. Yo, hey, man, I'm excited, man. Games is slowly but surely making a comeback.